Meet Shawn and Miranda. They're young, expecting, and ready to go.
We seem fairly prepared to have this baby. We got pretty much everything we need. I am a little nervous about holding the baby the first time. I've only held a baby twice in my life.
We haven't really been around babies, and I really have no idea what to expect.
So we seem prepared.
Our babes in the woods get a rude awakening when baby makes 3.
We really don't know what we're doing.
It's very real now. Mommy's a basket case.
She became overwhelmed.
The intimacy thing is a problem.
Dad got sleep last night, and Mom not so much sleep.
Hi, baby.
My name's Miranda Cooper. I'm 30 years old. I work as a nurse in psychiatry, and I'm expecting my first baby. In my training, I never really did pediatrics or labor and delivery, so this is all really new for me.
My name is Shawn Cooper. I'm a financial advisor. I work at a bank. Right now, I just turned 27 years old. I don't think I'm too young to be a parent. I think we'll do a good job.
We're very similar. Our personalities are similar. We think, similar. We don't have a lot of different views about things, and he supports me and I support him, and it's a good team. I think Shawn and I are equally nervous about having the baby, just because there haven't been a lot of babies around in our family, so we haven't really been around babies, and we really don't know what we're doing.
I am a little nervous about holding the baby the first time. I've only held a baby twice in my life, and I am a little nervous about it because they do seem really, really delicate. Go ahead.
What do I do? We've been trying to read a lot, but I think we'll be very nervous, even when we're with our friends and around their babies.
Is there an easy button? I've heard stories that you don't really have time to worry. As soon as the baby comes out, they just basically throw the baby in your hand, and you have to just wing it.
You know what? It comes to you pretty quickly
Does it?
what the baby can do.
It comes quick. Yeah, I'm not really ready, am I?
There are so many things to be afraid of, I think, when you're first a new parent, because everything is new. And as anyone who's been a parent can tell you, the physical work is the easy part. It's the emotional stuff, the being up at 3 a.m. and wondering, is this fever something to worry about, or is this fever just, in the normal range? That's the hard work of being a parent.
A week after Miranda's due date, Shawn and Miranda are still waiting and planning.
We seem fairly prepared to have this baby. We got pretty much everything we need, so that we think of, in terms of the clothes, the diapers, the bassinet, and all that stuff.
A little bit of bleeding.
But you know what they say about the best laid plans.
Hey, love. Well, we're getting induced tomorrow morning. Yeah.
So many hours do you think this process will be?
So your name?
Shawn.
Shawn. You can take over the window side of the room.
I think right now my biggest fear is labor. I'd like to not have to have an epidural and try to just, go through it naturally, but really I don't know what to expect.
Well, whoever it is, they are very happy in there.
Good.
Good job.
An examination by Miranda's doctor reveals a problem. The baby is still too high and facing the wrong way. If things don't change in the next few hours, Miranda will need a C-section.
And I don't want to put a damper on things right away, but that thought is sort of in the back of my head. We're going to give it a good shot and see how things go, and if the head starts to come down, great. Once you get into active labor and you do have good contractions, if that head still isn't coming down, we'll have to kind of rethink.
After being put on oxytocin to induce labor, Miranda's contractions start coming hard and fast.
Good job. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Well, we've been at it for a few hours now. The contractions are getting progressively stronger. The last maybe half hour or so, they've been getting really, really strong. And we're gonna get some medication to help ease the pain.
Contractions happen, so feel much better once to get the epidural, which I hope will be soon.
Seeing Miranda in so much pain is a bit of a drag. It's hard because there's nothing I can really do either, besides just hold the hand and.
Another 3 hours of painful contractions, and Miranda's baby still isn't cooperating.
The head is still high. It's come down a little bit, but still a bit high. So we're just gonna continue with the oxytocin and see if, with a little more contraction activity, it'll push the head down and turn it a little bit, or either turn it or come down that way. And we'll see.
By 5 p.m., it's decision time. When Dr. Lackey visits next, it will be to advise whether or not Miranda must have a C-section.
We're just waiting, kind of on the edge of our seats, to figure out what the verdict is. And, I don't know.
Hi!
Coming up, Miranda's baby finally arrives, but so does a life-threatening complication.
It's called a postpartum hemorrhage.
After nearly 9 hours of labor, Miranda and Shawn are about to find out if she must have a C-section. By early evening, it's good news. Miranda's baby is finally in the correct position for a natural birth and will be arriving any second.
Awesome.
Right down. Look down. Okay, look down, look down.
Oh my God.
Hello. Hi, Mommy.
Congratulations.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
Congratulations.
I was right there. I mean, I was watching everything. I could see everything, and it was amazing. Seeing, full head of hair was wild. It was an amazing experience. So what do I do?
Okay, cut right between the yellow.
Just as he planned, after a few tries, Shawn cuts his new daughter's umbilical cord.
Hard, that's good job.
It's okay.
You're a trooper like your mom.
Shoot away.
7 pounds, 7 ounces.
Ooh.
Can you get the...
Feel relieved. The emotions were running wild for a bit there, but...
Amidst all the elation, Shawn had no idea things were going seriously wrong.
Well, I think at that time, we were kind of wrapped up in the just looking at Jasmine. She was on her chest. And I was like starting to question what all this blood was. What's all that stuff?
It's probably the #1 cause of death due to a post-delivery complication around the world.
As our film crew was asked to leave the room, Dr. Lackey and her team battled to stop Miranda from losing any more blood.
I mean, delivering babies it's amazing. It's a privilege. It's a great job that I have. But you have to keep your cool about you because things can change in a moment's notice. I think as a physician, you don't probably have the same emotional swings as you would as a parent. Like, for example, Shawn watching Miranda deliver his baby and being completely euphoric about that, and then seeing me dealing with all this bleeding and, realizing that something's going seriously wrong. That's got to be a lot scarier than it is for me.
Miranda lost approximately 1 liter of blood before the bleeding was brought under control.
Mommy's gonna be okay too.
They were monitoring my blood pressure, and I could kind of see that it was falling. And I know, I felt quite woozy myself. And, I could hear the doctor ordering the IVs and all this stuff. So I knew something was going on, but I didn't quite know what was happening. I had a feeling that I was losing a lot of blood because of the drop in the blood pressure.
What's wrong? Yeah, Mommy's still shaking. Yeah, okay. We were scared, yeah. Trying to deal with, the joy of, a new addition to the family, and then seeing that was quite shocking, actually, yeah.
Shawn was holding the baby and saying to her, like, "Don't worry, Mommy's gonna be okay." you know, it makes me sad, and it makes me realize how serious of a situation it was. And, you know, when you're in labor, like, or going into labor, you're expecting that it's going to be a happy ending. You're not expecting, you know, this beautiful baby comes out and then, you know, you could potentially die from it.
You did good.
Everything did turn out good. I'm lucky.
After 2 nights in hospital, Miranda's condition has stabilized. But the thought of going home comes with its own concerns.
When we're here, it's not so bad because if we have a question, we can ask a nurse, you know, what should we do here? But once we go home, we're kind of cut off from that source. So it'll be a little nerve-wracking for sure. Now let's see if she fits.
Not even out of the hospital, and one of the trickiest challenges for new parents arrives: the infant car seat.
First setting I did was way too small, and the baby has to be up a little bit more.
You've got all the stuff, and you try to be as prepared as possible with the new baby. And then it got to a point where I realized, well, we have all this stuff, but we don't really know how to work any of this stuff, and we don't even know if she'll like any of the baby things that we have. And so we didn't really anticipate that.
A little while later, Miranda, Shawn, and baby Jasmine are ready to head home into the great unknown called parenthood.
I don't know, the hard part might be just starting, but
It's beginning.
the painful part is over.
Yes.
Coming up, the hard part begins, and so does the uncertainty.
You're scared?
I don't know, where do we start?
After surviving a traumatic postpartum hemorrhage, first-time parents Miranda and Shawn are heading home. Will things go according to plan with new baby Jasmine?
Hi, kitty.
You're scared?
It's nice to be home.
Hey, we're in our own space. It's nice.
Now I don't know what to do.
No.
What do we do first? Okay, I guess, I don't know, where do we start? Hasn't really sunken in that we have a baby in the house. Well, for me anyways.
It's only because she's quiet.
It's because she's quiet, yeah.
Although their parents' help is close by should they need it, Shawn and Miranda have attended prenatal classes and are determined to go it alone for the 2 weeks Shawn is off work. One of the first things for Shawn and Miranda to learn is that the only constant is change. And more changes.
Considering we don't know what we're doing, it's not that bad.
We're still learning how to do all this. So you gotta be patient with
Is that redness diaper rash?
Do you know how to use the diaper thing? Diaper disposal thing?
Get the manual out. Let's see if we can figure it out here.
Yeah, maybe like press this button or something.
And then twist it.
Do you twist it?
After you put this in, I think.
Are you supposed to open it after you twist it? No, it's still there.
Didn't do anything.
Maybe 2 twists.
Oh, we'll work on that. We did it.
The first diaper change is done.
First diaper change.
How is it?
Next on the agenda, the baby chair blues.
No, you open that.
This is a chair.
It's a chair.
I was thinking it was that thing that goes in the ground.
There's some buttons that you push. There's a latch thing, like a elasticy thing. It needs to fit like over the. Pull it down.
Her little Majesty's new throne is finally ready. There's only one problem.
Oh, smile. Are you okay? Coffee?
She hates it.
I think nowadays you could probably spend 9 months shopping for baby because there is so much stuff and the choices can be overwhelming. Realize that having the gear doesn't necessarily mean that parenting is going to be a cakewalk.
You just pull it over her head.
As a psychiatric nurse, Miranda has changed her share of adult diapers. But when it comes to babies, she's happy to let Shawn take the lead.
Oh, Daddy, there's another diaper on its way.
I've changed all of them so far. It's your turn.
It's a dirty one.
Got lots to do over here.
I think I was demanding of Shawn because I'd be like, can you get me this? Can you get me that? But he was such a good sport about it.
Why?
For the first maybe week when I came home, thinking back about the hemorrhage, it really hit me like, I could have died. And even now, I think about it sometimes and, it brings tears to my eyes and because, it was traumatic.
Coming home, so much was going through, I'm sure, Miranda's mind. So I was trying to do my part, and I basically didn't really say it, but she kind of got, I guess, could feel it that I was there to help. And so, yeah, I was willing to do, all the dishes, the laundry, and all that stuff. Yeah, I smell something, too. Yeah.
But tomorrow, the diaper-changing expert goes back to work, and Miranda is on her own.
In my mind, everything's perfect, and when the baby cries, I'll know exactly what to do, how to soothe the baby, and that sort of thing, but that's in my mind. I don't know what reality will be like.
Coming up, it's time for Miranda to go solo when Shawn goes back to work.
Okay, this isn't going so well.
Bringing up baby is nothing like Miranda and Shawn imagined.
I didn't think it would be this hard at all.
But Miranda's biggest challenge is finally here. It's been 2 weeks since baby Jasmine arrived home, and for 2 weeks, Miranda has been living with a dirty secret.
How many diapers have I changed so far?
You've changed a lot.
I think all of them.
Yeah, you have changed all of them.
For Miranda, the moment of truth is here. Baby Jasmine needs changing, and Shawn is off to work.
Bye, love. So let's do this for the first time.
I don't think anybody can afford to be such a specialist that they don't change diapers. Just like a lot of people will say they couldn't possibly clean up vomit. Well, you know what? If your baby throws up all over you and it's all over yourself, like literally, you will clean it up because there's no other way you're going to get your clean and yourself clean and your baby clean.
All right. Well, that was unexpected. I guess we have to change another diaper. I'm kind of scared.
You say, I'm going to get through this.
Oh my God.
You don't think about what the substance is.
It's a very big mess.
You just think it's kind of like modeling clay, except I'm not going to spend a lot of time with it, and I'm going to get through this.
Why isn't this working? Okay, this isn't going so well. Okay, sweating here. Let's get you up here.
Miranda survives her first unassisted diaper change, but as the hours tick by, the prospect of bathing Jasmine unassisted becomes scarier and scarier. Just in time, Miranda is saved by the bell.
Hey, love. How are you?
Well, we have to change diaper.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
The thought of dropping a slippery baby is too stressful to contemplate. Miranda and Shawn decide that Jasmine's first bath should be at ground level.
We should get all right under there. And
do you want to do
it?
Here.
I didn't really think it was going to be this hard, not at all. No matter how much you prepare for it, you don't really know the extent of what it takes to raise a child.
Jasmine still doesn't sleep through the night. So I'm usually the one who's up with her. She now refuses to sleep in her bassinet, so she's in the bad habit of sleeping in the bed with us.
Nice. See you in the morning.
You're right. Well, Jasmine's wide awake. And she doesn't want to be in the bedroom. Sometimes I get frustrated, but I think that happens more so when she's like crying and you just can't console her.
Miranda and Shawn have survived the incredible emotional roller coaster of becoming new parents.
See you guys.
They're only a few weeks older, but a lot wiser.
We thought we were prepared. We had the diapers, we had the wipes, we had everything.
We had a planned out. She was going to sleep in the bassinets, and everything was going to be good. And yeah, that all changed.
I wouldn't make any plans with newborns. I would just become the queen of ad lib. I think you almost have to have like a really solid sense of humor, and you have to have a lot of resilience in your relationship and a willing to work things through.
Our lives have changed forever. And, you know, instead of now planning just for 2, planning for 3, and hopefully 4 in the future.
For sure. Could you imagine twins?
2 of them.